What up? T-Bob here.
And Jake as well.
And look at you. You done stumbled upon little OTB Saints, where we bring you all the latest black and gold coverage.
Who are the Saints going to draft? Who's going to be their quarterback? What does the salary cap look like? All that information and more.
Hope you enjoy it. Like, subscribe. Practice notes from day one. Alvin Kamara did not have a practice jersey on at first. Then in true WWE style, he popped back in the building, showed up, and did a full great practice. Run around kicking ass. Chase Young did individual drills. Hell yeah. We love to see that. Alontae Taylor, Marshawn Lattimore, and Paulson Adebo were your starting corners, with Kool-Aid working on the second team. And one of the funniest observations, everybody's saying there were positives and negatives with Trevor Penning. And great. But in what could be described as a bad omen, Jake, Kendre Miller pulled his hammy on the first rep of individual drills. And even before then, I don't think the staff is too high on him, because Jordan Mims, he went with Jamal Williams and Alvin Kamara to the field where the ones and the twos were, and Kendre Miller was shuttled off to the field to the threes and the four. Yeah. So Miller already wasn't very highly thought of, obviously, by the coaches. First rep of individual hurts his hamstring, and here's what Dennis Allen said about his ability to make this team after practice.
Kendre's got a hamstring, so look, that's a player that's going to have to figure out how to stay healthy, because it's hard to make the team, when you're in the training room all the time.
Jake, this man said that's a player to figure. It's hard to make the team when you're in the training room all the time. Is the writing on the wall for Kendre Miller?
Yeah, so I can hear when it's just sound and not a video. And if I'm Kendre Miller, I wish I couldn't hear that, because that is a head coach that is fed up with you being in the training room.
Yep.
Like that, I have heard coaches with that demeanor talking about a player so many times, and I know exactly what that means. That means every time I walk by the training room, you're in there. Every time that things aren't going just right, you're in the training room. You just, look, you get put in the 3s, 4s, 5s, whatever group you want to talk about, and all of a sudden you're hurt on the first rep. Like that's warning signs. That's not good.
When a coach goes public like that, have we already crossed the Rubicon, right? Like, is there any coming, like that feels like that there's a finality there where there's no coming back in that coach's mind?
No, it almost feels like you could sit out here and you could be healthy the rest of training camp, but because of past experiences with you and where we're at right now, like I've already made up my mind on what kind of player you are. Again, this is like right, wrong, or indifferent, however you feel about it. I'm just telling you, and T, you know this as well as I do, when a coach says it like that, they have moved past being able to trust you. Now, you might surprise them and maybe you get another chance because something else happens, but in their mind, you're basically not on the roster right now.
And it's disappointing because I thought he ended pretty strong last year. He ended with a bit of momentum. I thought he had opportunity
a third round running back T is basically, it's at least a second round pick at any other position.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I didn't even consider that. Adjusting for like relative running back value, like, you took a shot on him. You thought, has anybody from that TCU team ended up being good?
Duggan's been third string. Quentin Johnston struggled. Miller.
That's what I'm saying. The big three haven't done anything.
Offense.
I can't remember.
You've got the returner from TCU who's actually from Westville playing for the Chargers. I think he was like first or second team All-Pro returner.
Okay, there you go.
But that's it.
Yeah.
The rest of it has been real bad. And trust me, the Chargers took 3 of them in the draft after that. So
wait, 3? Who's the third?
They took
Duggan.
the returner.
Oh, they took Duggan?
They took Max Duggan, and they took the other receiver.
Jesus, dude, they really fell in love with that TCU team. That's insane.
Johnston's like the 4th receiver. He's a first-round pick, and he's their 4th receiver on a team that doesn't have a clear number 1.
So obviously a not a great day for Kendre Miller, and not speaking to a great year 2 for Kendre Miller. In fact, who even knows if he'll be on this team. Again, it appears that the coaching staff loves Jordan Mims. I'm getting some real. Who did Pierre Thomas beat out back in the day? That was a higher
was it
draft
Pittman
pick
from Ohio State?
Who?
Oh, it was Antonio Pittman. Yep.
Okay.
From Ohio State, right?
I'm getting some real Antonio Pittman, Pierre Thomas vibes out of this Mims, Kendre Miller situation. So we'll see. Wow, just amazing black and gold takes right there, Jake.
I don't think I've ever heard any takes that are better than the two guys that just gave you that take.
And you can keep getting them by going ahead and liking, subscribing, ringing the bell to get notifications when we post. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next OTB Saints.